This is the plaintiff, Renette Hudson. She says she's known the plaintiff for 25 years, and since he works at a car dealership, she asked him to help her find a good and inexpensive car insurance company. She gave the defendant money. He told her he'd take care of everything, and then, 2 months later, the DMV demanded she turn in her plates for failing to have insurance on a motor vehicle. She most definitely got scammed by the defendant and is now suing him for the $1,346 she's owed. This is the defendant, Franklin Lewis. He says the only thing he did for the plaintiff was refer her to an insurance broker and charged her a fee. He didn't take any money from her. What she discussed with the broker's her business, and he's totally out of it. He's accused of wrecking a woman's day.
All parties, please raise your right hand. Be seated. Come to order, please. Litigants have been sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Douglas. Okay, Renette Hudson?
Yes.
You are suing Franklin Lewis, your former friend, for $1,346 that you were out as a result of a deal you had with him to get you insurance that didn't exactly work out that way. What happened?
I purchased a car in September, and I had insurance at that time. When I had my insurance, the insurance was really too high.
Right.
I'm a single mom, I couldn't afford it. So I called Frankie. I've been knowing Frankie for 25 years. He's known in the community of helping people out. I thought he was a good guy. I called Frankie begging, like, Frankie, I know you're a car dealer, you know a lot of people. Can you please help me out, get insurance? So he said, okay, I'll help you out. He looked around, he called back. He said, I have a friend that is a broker that can help you out. It's going to be $650.
This is how long after you bought the car?
A month. Because I did the car insurance.
Okay, so what you did was you bought insurance in order to be able to register the car.
Right.
And then that's it. You didn't pay any more insurance. You let that one lapse.
Right, because I had new insurance.
Okay.
What I thought I did.
Okay. So you bought the car when?
I bought the car 9/20/05, September 5th.
Okay. You're reaching out to him and getting new insurance from him when?
The next month, the 23rd.
Right.
Right.
So there was 1 month there that was kind of lapsed without. Okay. So you reach out to him, and by the time you swing it, it's October 23rd.
Right.
What's he do?
He says, I have a friend who can give you car insurance for really cheap. You have to give me $650.
You have to give him $650.
I have to give Frankie $650. He will give me, in return, insurance. I've never met this guy that...
Did you know the guy's name?
No.
Did he ever tell you the name?
No.
Okay. So do you give the $650 to Frankie?
So I met Frankie. We went to a bank. I gave Frankie $650. Frankie gave me an insurance card.
Okay, this is October 23rd.
Yes.
All right. And then lo and behold, you get a letter from DMV at the end of November saying, what's up?
Yeah, turn in your plates.
Turn in your plates. You've been 73 days without insurance.
Yes.
Okay. Of which 20-something were your own fault.
Right.
Okay. All right. So what do?
So I called Frankie, like, Frankie, what's going on? He was like, call the insurance company. That's the first thing Frankie said. I'm going to call my friend. You call the insurance company. I said, okay.
So you call the insurance company. What do they tell you?
They said, Miss Hudson, they said, well, you don't have insurance with us. You started the paperwork, but you don't have insurance with us. I said, well.
Meaning that the broker never paid the money to Ameriprise.
First of all, Ameriprise doesn't have a broker. They don't have brokers.
Right. So it's just some rogue broker who ripped you off. Right. What's going on, Frankie? I thought you were the guy who helps people.
Okay. She called me several times and asked me for help. I told her I got somebody that could help her.
How did you know this guy?
From another acquaintance.
Had you ever used him?
Yeah, I used him like 2-3 times.
Did he come through in the other times?
Every time.
What happened this time?
Well, she called me. All right, I told her the guy charged $650.
Did you ever give her the guy's name and number?
I gave her the guy's name, but I didn't give her the number. What did you say to her? I said, well, I got a friend named Mike.
That's it?
That's it.
Okay, so all her dealings were through you.
Right.
She gave you the $650.
I met up with the guy.
You met up with the guy on your own, not her.
No, me and her.
Did you meet the guy? Wait a minute, hold on. Did you meet the guy?
I've never met this guy.
Did she meet the guy?
She didn't meet the guy.
Oh, well then how did you...
He was in another car. Right? Got
this
the
is
paperwork.
so suspect already. Like, this doesn't strike you as a bad idea. Like, it's like a drug deal as opposed to an insurance purchase.
Welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. Is it too risky to do business with friends?
Yes, it is.
Why?
Because by the end of the business deal, they're not your friend anymore.
But you do know them better, so it gives you a better idea of who you're working with.
I think it depends on how well you choose your friends. That's true. Like, if you have good friends, it might turn out okay.
Okay, now here's my other question. Do you really know a friend until you do business with him?
I would say no. I had it go bad one time. I know exactly what the pitfalls are.
Is that person your friend still?
No.
Exactly. Going inside the courtroom.
So he's in another car. She doesn't meet him. She's not allowed to meet him.
Right.
She's got to
Now,
work
she's
through
not
you.
I didn't say she wasn't allowed to meet him.
She's got to. You sit right here. I'm gonna go over there and do my thing with my man Mike.
Mike,
and so you go over there,
Yeah,
and then you
right.
both look around like this, and then you go. And then what happens?
So I get the insurance card and the binder for her. She gives me the money. I give it to him. Okay.
Okay.
She calls me a while after and said she never got nothing in the mail. I said, well, I'm going to try to contact him.
So did you? What'd he say?
He told me, give it a minute. They just did the policy.
Did
They're
you
gonna send
ever
the
talk to
paperwork.
your guy at any point in time in order to tell him, hey, you never gave that money. What's up? Give me the money.
I never spoke to him.
Lost contact with the crook.
Yeah, never spoke to him.
Right. Okay. So what do we have here? Now, when we realize that what happened is something that happens constantly, okay, which is someone who holds himself out as a broker, just takes all your money and doesn't hand it to the insurance company, so you don't really have insurance. You are not the first time this happened. Okay, once we realize that, and you have to know that if you're a car dealer, so once we know that this is what happened, what is it, Frankie, that you tell Ms. Hudson? You're on your own?
No, never.
No. You
I
say,
told
babe, I'll
her-
get you the money. Until what? She trashed you on Facebook or something? When did you stop referring to her as babe?
What happened to that was I referred her to somebody else, and then she got insurance.
Okay, that is not our problem. Our problem is what happened with the 650 in this case. And maybe you were going to make some money out of it. Maybe you weren't. I don't know. But it doesn't really matter. That's not the important thing. The important thing is, who's she doing business with? Is she doing business with you? Or is she doing business with the other guy? And if she doesn't even meet the other guy, she doesn't talk to the other guy, you're the one doing everything, and it's your guy who you're doing it. Who's supposed to eat it then? It's like you're a general contractor and a subcontractor did something bad, and then you say, oh no, take it up with the subcontractor, I'm out. Really? You're out?
I was trying to do her a favor.
Oh, really? I think you were going to make some money too.
Nah, trust me, I didn't.
I don't
If I
trust
did, trust me, I would be liable for it. And I told her,
So you go to DMV, and now what do they say?
So I would go to DMV and I said, this is what happened. And they said, okay, that's nice. Give us your plates. I was like, okay.
Give us your plates and...
Right. So then I went back to Frankie, and Frankie refers me to a new broker who is a real person that I met.
Right.
They said, okay, we'll give you insurance. You have to pay $475. I said, okay, Frankie, you owe me $650, so I know you have this. I know you're going to pay it. Long story short, I wind up paying $475 for new insurance, go back up to DMV and say, hey, I have new insurance. They said, that's nice. You still owe $695.
For the penalties, of driving without
So
insurance.
now I have to pay the car note, which I had to do anyway, and now I have to pay insurance. I have new insurance.
Right, but that for something that you're paying for insurance, you can't claim against him because that's for new insurance that you had to get. So really, here's what we got. You got DMV telling you, you owe us the penalty. And the penalty was $6-something. And you ended up paying that, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in fairness of the penalty, many of those days were just on you before you hooked up with Frankie.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
Month of October.
Until I met Frankie, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Or until you got your
That's
business
it, yeah.
resolved. So just for the record, I don't believe he was trying to nail you.
No.
I mean, I think that it just turned out that like his subcontractor did it to him. The issue is, though, she doesn't eat it. You eat it when that happens. So I find in your favor in the amount of the $650 for the deal plus 49 of the 73 days that you were flying solo there. So I find in your favor in the amount of $467.18 of the penalty, plus the $650 of the deal, for a total of $1,117.18. Verdict for the plaintiff.
Thank you.
Let's see what the defendant has to say about this. Come on in here. What's your feeling about how you look? How you look in this whole deal? Where did this whole thing go wrong?
well, when she realized that she didn't have insurance, and then, I placed her with somebody else, that can give her insurance.
I know. I heard the case.
My initial feeling on it was to help her out, but I mean, you know, I
Didn't
learned
go-
a valuable lesson.
Which was what again?
Never do nothing for
For
free.
free. Okay. All right. You just said right down there. We're gonna write. You want to write that down? Never
Yeah.
do anything for free. That's the lesson.
Yes.
What lesson did you learn out of this?
To listen to my sister, because she told me from
I
the
told
beginning.
her in the beginning that it did not sound good to me. And then I spoke with Frankie personally myself, and he tried to offer me a deal similar. And I said to her, no, it doesn't sound
Listen to
good.
big sisters.
But hey.
And so when she said that to you, what did you say?
I know Frankie for 25 years. He's a good dude.
You knew me all your life.
I know.
I changed your diapers.
All right. If it's between her and Frankie, who do you choose?
Oh, my sister.
Harvey.
Okay, you know, when you're dealing with something as important as, say, car insurance, car payments, or health insurance, it is so important to stay on top of it and make sure that you're up to date. And if a check doesn't clear for it, you got to follow up, find out what's up. Now, we'll do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.